Hello, world. I'm your host, Caden. Welcome to Onside Takes. This divisional round caused some division in the fans. Joining me today are my co-hosts, Tim
Hey.
and Caleb.
Yo.
Let's get right into the same topics we had last week. We're going to hit the games that happened, hit the double flub, the games to come. Let's talk about the first game and perhaps the most dividing among the fans. Broncos versus Bills.
Oh, man.
Okay, guys, let's get right into it. Was it a catch or was it an int?
No, it was not a catch.
It was not a catch.
Interception.
Okay. Caleb, before we get into Tim's reasoning, Caleb, what would you say that's a catch or an int?
Okay, is this a crazy statement to say it was a catch and he was down?
Yeah, I would say so.
Is that crazy?
No, that's.
I would say
you can
so.
say whatever you want on this
All right,
podcast.
well, you gave me
your
two
opinion.
options and it wasn't one of them.
Like,
So I had to,
like slurs or racially
okay,
damning
well, I'm gonna
things.
go with it was a catch and he was down.
So they would have got the first down.
Correct. They would have won the game.
Okay. Personally, if I'm the ref out there
At a
and
minimum,
I'm
it's
reviewing
a,
this
it's
shit,
a
you know
no
what I
catch,
do? I
at a
just
minimum.
say, no one caught that.
That's the dumbest. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm actually gonna crash out already. We are
All right,
1
Tim.
minute into this fucking episode. I'm already gonna crash out.
Tim, I'm just joking. I'm just
Yeah.
joking. I'm saying
Yeah.
that as like I don't know, like this is the biggest call of the game, biggest call of the season. It's a tough choice. That's all I was trying to say. For me, I think it's an interception.
This is how you.
There's more evidence. There's more evidence to say it's an interception than to say it was a catch.
I think the dumbest thing that people do. This is always a pet peeve of mine.
Yep,
Is when
yep,
they don't
yep.
like a ruling, and what they do is they take a screenshot and put it on Twitter and be like, "This was ruled blank," and it's like, okay, give me the
The
video.
Bills,
If
the
you're
Bills
right,
have
give
so
me the
many
video.
screenshots out there. It's insane.
It's
The Bills
like
fans
if
have
you
so
are
many.
right, you should. If you are right, you can attach a video and people agree with you. If all you have is a screenshot, it's like, okay, they're clearly leaving out something. Like it's like whenever it's just a screenshot, I'm always like, even if I haven't seen the play, I'm like, yeah, this person is wrong.
Okay. Except when it's Lamar Jackson.
No, I did not say that. But
I said
yeah, if the defender wasn't there and the ball just popped out at the same time, it would not be ruled a catch because it didn't survive the ground. I think, especially if you look at it in real time, it's just like instantly out. Yeah, it did not survive the ground. It's ruled an interception. It's
Yeah,
instantly yanked out.
I was being a little bit funny with my first response. I'm with Tim. I just think it was a non-completed pass because they make all these rules about all this stuff. You have to do all these things to make it a catch. But when it favors the defense in this playoff game, let's make this decision now. I don't know. It feels like maybe
There were certainly moments throughout this year, the exact same scenario where there's a ball getting caught and it gets ripped out as the defender's going down. So you could make that comparison.
it happened to
But-
the Vikings earlier this year, and it pissed me off that they
Mm-hmm.
like it was obviously a catch, a little bit of ground to it, not very much, and they said no. And that's where I was like, this is bullshit. And then they continue to do this. So if you're going to stick on that, then they need to stick on that. But then they just decided to reverse it because the defender's there. I don't know. I didn't like it. Didn't like it.
So I could pull up thousands of different angles because I have access to every single NFL camera in their entire database, of course. But I'm just going to describe the scenarios since I do so well at that throughout the season. You know, since no single other person out there is watching a Jets game, so I have to do my best to describe some of the dog shit scenarios we get ourselves into. So from what I saw, Cooks catches the ball after it hits him in the fucking helmet. It hits him in the helmet. He bounces off. It's in his hands. He doesn't have control of the ball. He's going down to the ground. Who's the fucking defender? We're calling him the defender because I don't even know his name. The defender, he has red gloves. You can see it from multiple different angles. He's getting his hands on the ball. They're both going down to the ground together. Cooks hits the ground, and the ball is essentially not even held by him. It's just on his chest. You can see this with the red gloves. Both ends of the ball. The defender pulls up and gets the interception. That's how I see it. So I think it's an interception. I don't think Cooks had control of the ball going into the ground. I think the defender's the one that had most of the control, and it's just on Cook's chest. So
the issue with that is that the whole thing is that the advantage goes to the offense on a tie-up, I believe. And that's essentially what this is it's a tie-up. When they go to the ground, it's a tie-up.
He ripped the ball out.
When he hits the ground, if they're both on the ground,
but
it's a tie-up.
you have to remember they didn't
review
review this, Tim. We're
on
watching
the ground.
this like over and over and over and over again. Like from a ref's perspective, he gets the ball and he's on the ground and then it's ripped out. That's why there's so much controversy about this call, is that the refs didn't take 2-3 minutes. Just fucking review this. It's an overtime first down bomb.
I get why people are mad, but I also think it was the right decision. Like, I think that is the call. That is the correct
Tim,
call.
is your Bills hatred influencing this decision at all?
Yeah, but I am right.
All right, but hear me out. Hear me out. From an unbiased perspective, the ball comes down. They're jostling for it. It's in Cook's hand, kind of falls out. It hits the ground-ish. He rips it out. If it's a catch, then he's down on the ground. Right? Like, he can't rip the ball out when you're already two-hand touching them on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either a catch or it's not.
If you watch it in real motion,
it's not an interception.
It's literally like, boom.
I know.
Like instant.
I've watched it.
There's no wrestling
I've
is not the correct word. He does not wrestle for the ball. It's like instantly the defender has it. This is not like there was no like complete.
He hits the ground with the ball in his possession.
He hits the ground with the ball and then he flips over into his chest and the defender rips it out. That's what you see in real time.
But when he hits to me, and I'm not a ref, but when he hits the ground,
I'm agreeing with you here, Caleb.
Yeah, he's on top
exactly.
of him. He has the ball. That's a catch. He's down. He's down on the ground. He's down. Now, if they want to say he didn't control possession throughout, and say it's not a catch, that's fine. But I just don't. I don't know. It's either a catch.
I think the solution is the NFL has to review a play like that. That's the solution.
Yeah, they just went to New York and said, "Hey, what do you think?" And they
did review the play. They just didn't put it on air.
But I think
they did.
For the
it's
NFL
overtime.
World,
it's all reviewed.
For the NFL world, we need an explanation.
Yes,
in the overtime.
I'm saying they did review it.
I think they just went back to New York and one dude just said, "This is what it is."
Yes.
Like, it wasn't like a group discussion. It was just like New York said, "Hey,
the refs didn't gather.
We looked
at
it.
A group thought.
Just so you know, this was an interception, actually." Yep. Like, I don't know.
I don't give a fuck about New York.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about the Jets. Up by.
Or the Bills.
I think I want to move on. I think we've talked about this enough. Everyone's talked about this enough. But I'm gonna make the next point, which I am so sick of the Bills fans whining and bitching and moaning for days about this.
Wait. Let me go here. I'm gonna be the Bills truther, the Bills fan that has been riding the team this playoffs. I'm gonna say a statement, and you're gonna agree with it, Tim. All right, you're not going to get mad at this. This might be the first time all season you won't be mad at something I say.
Okay, sure.
Okay, everyone. I like Josh Allen. The Bills were a great team this year because of Josh Allen, not because of his team around him. They go to the playoffs. Oh, Lamar's not there. Mahomes not there. Burrow's not there. This is his year. He's supposed to win. Wins the first game. Going to this game against the Broncos. The Bills were the better team on Sunday or Saturday. I can't remember which day. Saturday. The Bills were the better team. However, they
Bo
made
Nix was the better
more.
quarterback.
They made more brutal mistakes than the Broncos did.
Josh Allen made
I'm
more
not-
brutal
I-
mistakes.
Let me get through it.
Right,
I'm being
okay.
a truther, all right? Josh
I'm
Allen,
waiting for it.
the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, did not play to the standard of what he had to play to win this game. He let his team down. He said he let his team down. He had too many. The turnovers were just too much to overcome. And it was one of the few times in the playoffs that Josh Allen, it was his fault. Was there other things? Absolutely. But like the main fault is on Josh Allen. And I, as a fan of Josh Allen, agree that it was his fault. He should have won this game for his team. He shouldn't have had those fumbles. He should have hit that pass to Kincaid at the end.
It's
They
one of
win the
the one of the worst fumbles I've ever seen in a game. Was the end of the first half. I could not believe that with my eyes. And people like Dan Orlovsky's like, why didn't the lineman jump on that? This isn't Josh Allen's fault.
Guys,
I'm like so battle hardened from all the Lamar slander that I literally cannot. I mean, obviously I hate Josh Allen, but Josh Allen understands this. He knows it's his fault. I just hate the coddling that he still gets in the media. I legitimately saw, not media, but like fans of the Josh Allen, not just Bills fans, but like around the league. I legitimately saw people be like, "This is a disgrace. Give Josh Allen some good wide receivers already." And I'm like, "What? Wide receivers not going to stop him from turning the ball over 3 times?"
It's just subconscious racism.
It is.
Like, literally.
It is. Thank you. It is. I completely agree. But the
it's just I can't even understand that fumble. It was the most insane thing I don't know.
He's an incredible player, and when you play like shit, then everybody makes fun of you. That's how it works. All right,
Yes.
and unfortunately, that's what had to. And that's why I think
Because
I
he's a white
get so
guy
annoyed.
crying on air, Tim. That's why they're like, "Shit, can't make fun of that motherfucker."
and then there's these awful turnovers. And everybody doesn't shut up about like these ref calls at the end of just like the pass interference and stuff. I'm like, did you guys watch the rest of the entire game? Like the game was not just these overtime calls.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But the game was okay. I feel like we got so bogged down. This was a really, really, really fun game to watch.
Such an awesome game.
I just wanted to say that Josh Allen is 0-3 in overtime for playoff games now.
Tim, you're muted.
Tim, you muted your mic. Good work out there, Tim.
He's apparently 0-8 in every single overtime he's been in. So
Yeah.
Not an overtime guy.
Yeah.
No,
but
definitely
it was
great
back
game
and
overall.
forth. Bo Nix played great. That was such. I'm not a Bo leaver, but I actually don't hate the Broncos anymore because they took down Josh Allen. And I just feel bad that you
You're
go
such
to
a
the
dork.
AFC Championship and then your ankle gets broken. That's awful.
Yeah, I still think the Broncos are frauds, and the Bills threw this game away. They deserve to lose. They lost it themselves, but like the Broncos didn't deserve to win this game. So like, they're gonna go get their ass kicked. Now I know it's gonna be different because they don't have a quarterback.
As I said, they were or should have been first round exits. So
should have been. I agree.
we're going for a try 3. Okay. All right. I'm gonna sprint and grab some water. But for the next talking point, it's Seahawks and 49ers. And all I gotta say here is we riding with Sammy D to the Super Bowl. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll be right back. You guys discuss.
If he even makes it there. I don't mean from a Seahawks perspective.
Oh,
I mean
he's
from a health
making it.
perspective.
He's fucking making it. It's just a Blake injury. He's fucking fine.
This is the first time he's opened the door, I think.
Guys.
During recording. That's a sick chair in the back. Anyways, how much of this game did you watch?
Approximately 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I checked the score the whole time, but the game was over within literally 10 minutes. I had some other
Seahawks scored more on the first offensive play than the 49ers all game.
I essentially I watched
I
the
had to
whole
turn the
game.
TV off.
I watched the whole game.
I was in a
Sammy D
hotel
was
room
on the
with my
screen. I
mother.
had to watch. It's like hypnotizing.
Sammy D had nothing to do with this win. Literally nothing.
Sammy D's gonna hoist the Lombardi. Okay, our God
Think
Emperor
about
quarterback
that.
of the United States is gonna.
Buddy's got to
gonna
beat
show
the
Vikings a
Rams
thing or two.
and the AFC, as in the Patriots. So I don't know. I don't know about that. He's got 2 games he's got to perform in. There's no way he gets to sit on his ass and do nothing for 2 more games.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna take belt to ass against the Rams again. Sorry.
They never. What? I'm gonna look up the fucking games because that was an insane statement.
I mean, they went 1-1. He got torched the first game, and then they blew them the fuck out of the water the second.
No, they didn't. They lost 21-19 to the Rams in midseason, and they beat the Rams in overtime 38-37.
Yeah, that's belt to ass.
There was 0 belt to ass in this. That was an insane statement by you. This is absolutely going to be a game. Did the Seahawks have more rest, like overall in the last 3 weeks? Yeah, but if Sam Darnold doesn't play well, there's a great chance they lose this game, and that would be great.
They got Drew Lock out in the locker room. Don't worry about a thing.
Honestly, we're actually we're going too far forward. We're talking about Seahawks 49ers, except for there's nothing to talk about because they got their ass whooped. Too many injuries.
Yeah,
not
really
a good enough
game.
team. We can move on.
I don't think you could even glean that much from it, except the Seahawks defense is amazing, and I guess their offense is too. But Sammy didn't throw a bunch of
And
interceptions.
that
I
offense
guess.
is led by Sam Darnold, everybody, just so we're aware.
He's calling
He's
plays,
at the
man.
helm.
He's running the ball. Okay.
All right, next game. Pats at Texans.
I slept through this first half.
Guys, this was
I
a
was-
great
Guys,
game.
I
I'll
was
be
just really
honest.
tired.
Like, Patriots looked sus their first week. This week they looked solid as hell.
Okay, I'm not saying they didn't look. They looked a lot better, but Drake May fumbled the ball 3 times. I don't know if that qualifies as solid as hell.
Drake May is like a legendary. He's got like the most like turnovers of any quarterback this year.
Tua,
No, he's got the most. Drake May now does.
if you include playoffs,
Yeah.
well, it's kind of unfair.
Well, if you make it to playoffs, team, you're usually a better than average team.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
really,
say they had a great game.
Yeah,
Nah,
this
felt
is.
the
They look,
ass.
it looks like whoever the AFC gets to the Super Bowl is going to get their shit kicked in by the NFC team. I think the 49ers could have beat the Patriots in that game.
Honestly,
Hell fucking no, bro.
yeah, I think so. I think that's a fair take.
No.
I think that's a fair. The Texans defense tried so hard to make this game possible. They tried so hard.
CJ Fraud just kind of had to give the game away with the worst balls you've ever seen.
4 interceptions.
First half.
Couldn't even complete like passes. Like, I mean, it was cold. I guess it was wet. But that doesn't mean, I don't know. Drake May threw the ball.
Home field advantage.
It was an exciting defensive game. Lots of turnovers again. Pretty insane.
All right, let's talk about the real game of the week. Rams Bears.
That game went from 0 to 100 so fast.
The second half was so boring until the fourth quarter, which everybody expected, but like still.
Well, both teams scored on their first drive, and they did nothing for so long.
Yeah, and then it blew up, and then it goes OT off of Caleb Williams throwing a 51-yard bomb with 3 dudes in his face.
That live, I was awestruck. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
And then
running away.
I stood up and I threw my hat down because that's real football. This is genuinely. I think this is play 2 of the year, and then 1 is the Jameis Winston reception touchdown.
Truly.
Maybe like just because the aura gets that number one, but one of the most impressive. I think it might be the most impressive play all year. I cannot believe they lost that game.
Yeah, and then when the Bears won the coin toss and they elected to defend, I was like, "Oh my god, no way!" And then they stop them, and I'm like, "They just gotta get a field goal."
Couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. What is what is DJ Moore doing on that route?
Jogging?
He's searching for his next team, Caleb.
Like, it's overtime of the divisional round. All you need to do is make 3 plays and you can go home and get warm. Like, I don't understand. He's just jogging.
Yeah,
I don't think it was a great decision from Caleb Williams either.
You are literally like 10 yards from like field goal zone, and you're like dumping it downfield. Not that it's like the worst decision ever, but it's like, man, it's just a tough way to go out.
I wouldn't say he was like wide. I mean, obviously he wasn't wide open because he wasn't running, but it wasn't like he was going to be. I don't know.
No, it would have been. Yeah, it would not have been free. That's a good way to put it.
I mean, at least, I mean, there should not have been an interception on the play at a minimum. You can give him that, but I don't know. That's the Bears. They just never died all season until they did. But they really, I've never seen a team like that. Just so many come from behind wins. So many.
That's what happens.
Do you guys like the Rams
Matthew
kicker?
Stafford did not look great. I was watching that. I'm like, ooh. I'm not super confident. He's kind of.
I mean, he made that pass to Devontae though in the overtime. That pass to Devontae was.
But Devontae was the real catch there. Not that the throw was bad, but like Devontae made the play.
I think you could say that the weather and his injured finger.
It was tough weather.
Could be quite the hurdles to overcome. I would say to playing quarterback well. I mean, Caleb Williams has 3 interceptions. You know, like the fact that they were even in that game.
Yes, as well.
With 3 interceptions is
the weekend of interceptions.
Something. Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, a heartbreaking loss for Bears, but I hope that Bears fans feel that they had a great season because there's a lot of good to come from this season for them.
They always get to remember beating the Packers in the playoffs, and that will never die. For the rest of their lives, they will never forget that game and coming back to beat the
Remember back
Packers.
in 26 when we beat the fucking wheels off them Packers fans? Oh.
They didn't beat the wheels. What's with you and
Johnson loves beating
That's what they're going to be saying. That's what they're going to be saying, though, Caleb.
All right.
All right. On to our dub or flub, everybody. Our favorite segment on this show.
Let's do it.
Dub or flub. Sean McDermott fired.
Holy flub.
Oh.
Guys, I don't want to say anything, but let's just say I said if they don't win this year, Josh Allen or the head coach is gone.
What about the GM?
You know, that's also extremely valid. Somebody should definitely be held responsible, probably at gunpoint, for not getting Josh Allen any help. They might have shot the wrong guy, but you know, you got to take a shot to find the imposter in among us. You know, sometimes you hit a civvy. That's just the way it is.
They did the crazy of firing the head coach, which I actually agree with. I think he actually coached well this year with the roster he had, but overall, there's been too many failures throughout his tenure there. But the craziest part of all this is the GM getting an upgraded position at the organization. The guy that's part has not. Sean McDermott and the GM work together to create these rosters that Josh Allen has to carry like he's the only guy in the team. But don't worry, the GM's like, I get a better role, more power, more control, and the coach gets fired. No, they both should be out of there. I agree with the firing. I just think it's time to, at some point, you got to See what else somebody else could do with Josh Allen, and let Josh Allen like be a part of that decision potentially.
Which is more unjustified, the John Harbaugh or the Sean McDermott firing?
Unjustified?
Yeah.
Probably the Bills would be
Definitely the Bills.
I think John Harbaugh was very justified considering the path that they had been on, which was not.
I
as
think it's
successful
very
as the
similar
Bills.
reasonings. I think this is like firing John Harbaugh like 3 years ago, 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, before he had a
Which
few
you could say
letdowns.
like 2 years ago we could have got Mike McDonald, and it would be very justified. But I also think there's a difference in the blame you can assign in Buffalo versus the blame you can assign in Baltimore.
The Bills
time.
also might be looking to hire Joe Brady, their offensive coordinator, as the new head coach. So maybe they're doing what the Ravens failed to do, and they don't want their guy to get out of the building. It's possible.
Hopefully Joe Brady can, I don't know, like assassinate the GM or something. In game, of course.
Either way, I'm going with Dub. I'm going with Dub.
Yeah, dub. Tim, what do you give it? Dub, or flub? Yep.
I'm giving it a flub. They should have let him, I don't know, like one more season, man. I think it's crazy.
What do you say that every year he loses in the same spot next year? Do you say one more season, and then all of a sudden you have the Steelers who have 10-7 for the rest of their life and no playoff wins? The Ravens.
Who are you gonna get? There's like 10. There's the 10th team that's fired their head coach.
It's
Whoever
a crazy
loses the
year
Super Bowl
for
at this rate is gonna
coaches.
fire their head coach.
It's a crazy year for coaches.
Zach Taylor still has a job for some reason. Todd Bowles still has a job. It could be 12.
Those two guys should also be fired. All right.
Yes.
It's, season's not done yet. You know, for those teams, yeah, but they, you know, it could still happen. All right. Dub or flub, Robert Saleh will turn around the Titans.
Ooh.
Breaking news: Robert Saleh to the Titans head coach, guys. We talked so much about him last year. Such high regard. Thought we should bring it up.
This guy's a
Kid,
fucking...
I'm gonna say whatever you say because I don't like this. I'm gonna be honest.
Let's put this into perspective. Let's put this in perspective. Robert Saleh came in to a dog shit Jets roster. Did jack shit. All right? Did jack shit. Didn't coach his team. He's the guy like, I don't coach grown men. Are we fucking retarded? Respectfully. Sorry. But respectfully. Are we mentally handicapped? What do we mean? And now he's getting the exact same scenario after getting his wheels blown the fuck off in the Seahawks game? That's the same core of guys on the 49ers that he was there for to hire.
You could argue they are extremely injured. Like, there's like 8
You could
guys,
argue the 49ers
7...
are injured every year. Why is this guy getting a second chance after... It doesn't make sense for him to get put in the exact same scenario of let's give this guy absolutely fucking nothing again. The only thing they have going on the Titans is Cam Ward. You could maybe make the argument of, well, the run game really improved at the end of the year. Robert Saleh is going to come in and just take over. You've seen what it can do. Look at the Jets defense this year. It's pretty much the exact same guys under a different person. It cannot work. Or like when I say it cannot work, I mean it has the possibility of not working. It's not foolproof. So I think this is a terrible freaking hire. Like people are giving this like a B plus. This is like a C, like a solid C. Like I don't think this is a good hire at all. I think there's better people. There has to be better people.
Now
I get it. I kind of get it. I'm not saying it's a dub. I'll stick with the flub, but I get why. I mean, the Jets, tough organization to work with. Leaves is very successful.
It's true.
They're like,
I would say the Jets organization is probably the toughest situation as a head coach to be put in. But it can't get much better over at the Titans. Like, it's been years.
I have a
since
thought.
relevancy.
All right.
All right, give it to me. Sorry, Tim. I didn't mean to cut you off either.
I'm not saying this is a good hire. But what if the Titans are not an attractive landing spot. So what if Robert Saleh is the best coach that they could get in their tier of coaches that were considering them?
You want to know how you get a head coach? You pay them a lot of fucking money.
Well, maybe you're not willing to do that when your team's not bringing in the money because you're shit.
Especially if they don't win. You don't want to pay a bunch of money for a coach that doesn't work out.
I'm not saying that this is a good hire. All right, I'm not saying it's a good hire, or that he's proven. He's a proven coordinator. So they're just asking him to do his job as a coordinator, and hopefully it coincides with the whole job as a head coach. They're putting the Jets stint basically as like a fluke / the Jets don't count, and hoping that it's different. I'm not saying it's right, but
this guy's a legendary DC. I can't see him working out as a head coach. I'm giving it a flub. That's my final stance. Tim, what are you saying?
I'll give it a flub. I'll stick by my word. I'll give it whatever you give it.
Dub or flub, Caleb Williams' career has been turned around by Ben Johnson.
This is a flub. I think Caleb Williams is... I think it's not like Ben Johnson unlocked the key in his potential. I think he plays better underneath Ben Johnson than he would most other people, almost anybody else. But I also think like he's good enough that he just kind of has it. And he had a terrorist for a head coach last year. So I think he's like a perfect situation set up right now, but I also think he probably could have found his way without him.
I disagree. Caleb Williams was not on a good path. Obviously, he had a terrorist as his coach last year, which wasn't not his fault. However, I think Ben Johnson...
Guys, we're serious when we say like a leader.
We are a football
an
terrorist.
anti-United States of America, like representative.
Yes, Matt Eberflus literally got fired as a head coach, went to the Cowboys as the defensive coordinator, and then got fired there. Like, bro, I don't know how bro ever got hired. But as for Caleb Williams, he has so much room to improve, though, that like I think he's been turned around because he was on the path of bust. And now he's on the path of, holy crap, what can he do when he actually like gets better at the fundamentals, the basics, and not the splash plays, the exciting Iceman plays. Because he still had the lowest completion percentage, I think, in the NFL as a quarterback, and they still played that well. So I think Ben Johnson is the reason for his turnaround. I think he's a personality that could be hard to deal with for some coaches. So I'm giving it to Ben Johnson, not Caleb Williams. Sorry, Caleb.
That's crazy.
Dumb.
I think Ben Johnson really fulfilled the exact same thing you did with the Lions of having two running backs that are the core of your offense. And Caleb Williams was the clutch factor, 100%. I think there was an interview where Ben Johnson was like, sometimes I give him a play and it doesn't go as planned, and Caleb Williams does his own thing. It's the scariest moments of my life, I think is what he said. So I think there's a lot of raw natural talent that can come. Personally, I think like if I was to look at the situation, I'd say, and of course one's way older, but like I think like Caleb Williams' peak will be like far better than Jared Goff's peak could ever be. So that's just how I feel. And I feel like if Ben Johnson is able to tap into that, it's going to work out well. There's a reason he was going to be the most paid offensive coordinator in the league if he stayed with the Lions. Really good mind. So I'm giving it to Ben Johnson. Go Ben Johnson. W. Double flub. Texans need to move on from CJ Stroud. I'm going to start with this one. I forget the head coach's name, but he was asked, I think, today or yesterday. Yeah. he was asked if they were sticking with CJ Stroud, and he said, "I will give no comment on that at this time." So that means that motherfucker gone.
I mean, the offense was humming with Davis Mills, guys. Davis Mills.
Let's get real. Let's get real.
He should have came out at halftime. On God, like that would have been insane. But also,
It was a
why
one-score
not?
game at halftime.
Why not try?
It was a one-score game.
Yeah, so throw your
If you
interception.
bench him at halftime, you have to also trade him. You know,
Might be the case either way.
might be the case, but it would have been a bold decision. See, yeah, I don't think he's got it, man. We were like, damn, this guy's good because he won a bunch in his first year, and we're like, oh shit, sophomore slump. Well, it happens, and he got worse his third year. You can't get worse your third year. I think you gotta
CJ
move
Stroud to the
on.
Vikings.
CJ, there's no way you want CJ Stroud.
No, as a backup.
At least make him. Oh jeez. At
Let the quarterback whisperer work his magic,
Yeah,
Tim.
that's what I'm saying.
Let it work.
I'll take a young
at least
quarterback.
get somebody to compete against him during like tryouts. I mean, during training camp or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think CJ. I mean, I think they move him to one of these teams that don't have a quarterback, and they get way more than what he's worth. But to those teams, he might be worth that because they have no quarterback and no future. That's probably the best move. The Raiders or the Jets. Probably one of them.
I don't think the Raiders or Jets want him.
I mean, you're not giving up 3 first-round picks for CJ Stroud.
Unless CJ Stroud is
Well, the
like,
Jets
just
can't draft a
gonna-
quarterback this year, so
there's a chance the Jets don't draft a quarterback, right? And if they don't, and they wait another year because this year only has one quarterback, and they wait for next year, which is a much better QB class, which is obvious. But if CJ Stroud is comfortable for the rest of his career being a stopgap, throughout the league, then yeah, let's get him. But I think the Jets should really go for someone like Mac Jones, just somebody who can just plug in for a year, somebody like that, because something different than what the fuck we were dealing with this year.
So
Do
we come
not
to a
keep
conclusion
Brady
that the
Cook.
Texans need to move on from CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's a dub.
Yeah. W. Tim agrees.
Dub.
Yep. Dub or flub, Kevin Stefanski on the Falcons is heat? Question mark.
Eat. I think this is good actually. I kind of think this is a dub. I think Kevin Stefanski's a very competent head coach. I think there's a real chance he could make a difference in the Falcons organization.
I 100% agree, Tim. But Caleb's giving me some weird eyes right now.
Guys, I don't think Kevin Stefanski is a bad coach, so I don't think it's a bad hire. But the Falcons are actually in the same scenario that the Browns were in when he got there, with a young quarterback, had some injuries. I mean, he never found a quarterback in his whole time with the Browns. They made so many errors, so many mistakes, and now they've got Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix. Penix coming off his third injury on the same knee, I believe. He's actually going to the same situation that he was in. A good defense on the Falcons. It's like a good defense on the Browns. Like, he isn't changing things up. It's the same scenario, but he's a little bit better at the QB position. That's about it. I would say changing things. Like, I don't see them being a powerhouse. I see them continuing their 9-8 streak ish. So I
would say Bijan Robinson is better than Nick Chubb.
Yeah, the offense is better than the Browns' offense, absolutely. But I don't think this is a heat hire. I think it is an average, not a terrible choice, not a franchise-changing choice. I'm
excited to see the Falcons next year. I think they have a lot of good pieces.
Sneaky.
Yeah,
it's not like they had the worst year ever. They had a lot of seasons. There was just some weeks where they fell apart, and looked like the worst
They
team in the
fell
league.
weak
And there's
like
some
every
weeks
2
where you're
weeks.
just like, wait, they're actually kind of playing super sick this week. What the hell?
They're one.
And
they're one
those were back to back
game-
every single time.
They're one game from being in the playoffs. They would have been in the playoffs if they won one more game. I just don't think. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Dub or flub, Niners need to move their practice field away from the substation. I read about this online. Tim, do you know what this is?
I have no. Oh, because you get more injuries next to these like stupid
Yep.
electrical fields or something.
It's an electrical substation, and the EMF, whatever the fuck that means, is higher because they're near that, and supposedly, a higher EMF can cause, bone and
I think this is a flub.
ligament
I think they need to move it away from 5G.
deterioration.
I think 5G is the issue.
I don't know how real. I mean, the person said it was real. I don't know how real it actually is.
5G is the issue.
I mean, you got guys. The 49ers have an insane amount of horrific injuries. I don't know. You can there's luck in
No,
injuries, but
I think it
there's got to be some
definitely
sort of
could be
practice.
a factor. 100%.
Something's happening. I don't know.
It's quite obvious if you think about it. It's
Is it their
Christian
training staff?
McCaffrey. He was chosen this year to be a part of the blood rituals. Of course, that Patrick Mahomes was part of last year, and they're sacrificing players with
McCaffrey's
injuries
okay, though.
to keep him going.
George Kittle.
Yep, George Kittle was sacrificed twice this year. It's fucking brutal. Like, that guy's given his all to the organization, and what the fuck does he get? 2 blood offerings. Like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna say dub though.
Yeah,
You gotta try something. They gotta shake it up, figure it out. Maybe it is. Who knows?
Dub or flub? Bills fans are more cursed than Vikings fans. Now
Flub.
this is Cope. This is a flub. Caleb's happy right now. He's like, they agree.
I thought this was a fun.
You wrote this
topic
one, didn't you, Caleb?
just because
Caleb wrote
Bills,
this so we'd feel bad for him.
I mean, no, I just thought it was like the Bill. Everyone's been talking in the news about the Bills. The Bills are cursed. The Bills will never win. Blah blah blah. I'm like, it does suck to be a Bills fan, but I would love to go to the playoffs 8 years in a row and win multiple games a few years.
Dude, could you imagine if the Vikings kept Sam Darnold this year? Oh my god.
We're chilling. We're chilling. That's all I'm saying. We're chilling.
They would be in the playoffs still if they had Sam Darnold.
I think no, we wouldn't. I would not. No.
Yes, you fucking would, dork. Shut up.
We're
JJ
talking about
McCarthy?
Sam-
That's
we're
the
talking about Sam
future?
Darnold right now. We're talking about Vikings fans are more cursed than the Bills. All right, and that's the answer. Flub.
Dub or flub? Patriots' easy schedule continues through the playoffs. Well, I have to unfortunately give this a dub because Bo Nix allegedly, quote for quote, broke his ankle. More on that one in the next dub or flub.
This shit's getting ridiculous. First week they play the dog shit Chargers. All right, that's fine. They got the 2 seed. Chargers are the 7 seed. The next week they play the Texans, who have literally the guy that can't make a pass, just throwing it to the other team. And then they go to the fucking AFC Championship against Jarrett Stidham. What the hell is this?
I'm leaking the NFL script right here. Then here's what happens if they can beat a backup quarterback. They're gonna face Drew Lock in the Super Bowl because the oblique injury finally gets to him. They're going to get the fraud allegations easiest schedule of all time Super Bowl ring.
Oh my god.
What if
the script has leaked? It's going to happen.
What if the Broncos win with the backup and then they go to the Super Bowl and then they play Drew Lock and it's a backup quarter?
I would love that. Are you kidding me? That's one of the greatest Super Bowls of all time.
It's like a 10 turnover game.
Dude, I'd be glued to my seat. Holy shit, turnover!
Every time they go back to pass, you're just like, Interception.
It'd be
I'm
like a
gonna go with
60. It'd be like a 60-point game.
Oh my gosh. I'm
My
gonna go with the dub.
goodness.
I'm
The
gonna go with the
defense
dub on
scores
this.
more than the offense.
Yes.
This is a dub. Genuinely, I mean this with a full heart. I will be calling the Patriots a fraud team if they don't win the Super Bowl. The only way they're gonna get out of me calling them frauds is if they win the Super Bowl.
Well, that's a damn shame. They had to face Sammy D in there. All right, dub or flub? Bo Nix is faking his injury. Does he know?
Guys,
Does he know?
when did he break his ankle? Bro was just walking like nothing was
Think
happening.
about that. Yep. Great analysis, Tony.
I had no idea he was hurt. The game ended. They won. They celebrated. They went to the locker room. Sean Payton leaves the stand, and then he steps back up. He's like, oh, one more thing. Bo Nix broke his ankle and can't play. What?
Yeah.
Where did this
You know
come
what happened?
from?
Sean Payton went into the locker room. He said, "You fucking turned over one too many times." Took a sledgehammer to that guy's fucking ankle.
I have no reason to believe he would fake his injury. This is not a real thing, obviously, but like he was fine, and then he was just out for the season. It was such a letdown. So it's a flub, but I just thought it was something to talk about because what happened, Bo?
Bo!
No, he's not faking his injury. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That's all I have to say. What? I don't even get this meme. I don't get this rage bait.
He wasn't.
He doesn't
like,
know.
He wasn't hurt.
He doesn't know.
He was. He never looked
Yeah.
hurt.
This is a dub. 100% dub. All right, everybody. Let's jump into the league thoughts before Tim has a fucking like aneurysm. All right, everybody. As always, with the league thoughts, before we go over the 2 upcoming games, let's take a look at the playoff scorings we're at, everybody. So let's look first at where's my note? Let's look at Caleb's first, everybody, right? So Caleb came in with 4 points. He got 4 of the first wild card rounds correct. And as we said, we're going to double it every week. And it doesn't matter if they're playing who they like, if they're playing somebody else than we thought. It's just if they win in that round. So Caleb had the Bills to beat the Broncos. That did not happen. He had the Patriots.
Successful hate watch, baby.
Gosh.
Unfortunately, Caleb had the Bills going to win the Super Bowl. So that's a nail in a coffin.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
He did have the Patriots to beat the Steelers, though, and the Patriots did win this week, so that's 2 points. Let's jump over to the other side. He had the Seahawks to beat the Packers. The Seahawks, of course, won, led by Sammy D. So that's another 2 points. And then he had the 49ers to beat the Rams. He had the chance of the 49ers winning. That did not happen. So he got a total of 4 points this week, putting to a max of 8. Mind you, Caleb's other team he had to go into the Super Bowl was the 49ers. So Caleb's out for the rest. This is his peak.
I'm cooked.
I just need the Seahawks to win. That's the only points I have left.
Let's jump over to Tim. Tim had... I gotta look at his thingy. See? Tim had the Broncos to beat the Chargers. That's right, everybody. Tim took the Chargers to win.
What?
We were all there. All right.
Holy shit.
So Tim did get that correct, so he got 2 points there. And then to ruin everything, Tim had the Jags going all the way to the Super Bowl.
Okay,
So his bottom half is cooked. Over to the NFC side, Tim had the Seahawks beat the Rams. Seahawks, of course, won. And then he had the Bears to beat the Eagles. The Bears did not win, so he also got 2 points, putting him at a total of 7 right now.
I was so close to getting the Bears right.
Over to my bracket. Now, remember, everybody, My bracket and Tim's bracket for the NFC is identical.
No original
And
thought.
as a reminder, Tim took the Chargers to beat the Patriots, so he's 1 point under me. This will be important. Let's jump into mine. So I had the Texans to beat the Broncos. Of course, the Broncos won. I had the Patriots to beat the Jaguars. Of course, the Patriots won. Either way, the Texans versus the Patriots, I was getting points this week regardless. But this is important because I have the Patriots going to the Super Bowl. Not winning, mind you. Over on the other side, I had the Seahawks to beat the Rams and the Bears to beat the Eagles. And then the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl. So everybody, right now, if I'm trying to remember who Tim has. Tim had the Jags going to the Super Bowl. So if the Patriots win and the Seahawks win, I will beat Tim no matter what.
Wait, you're already ahead of me. If the Seahawks just win. Wait, you just beat me no matter what already.
Yes.
Correct. I'm just like that. Because you
I
chose
had
the
a
completely
Chargers to
wrong
win.
statement.
I need the Broncos
Sorry,
to
Tim.
win and the Rams to win, and then Caden and I tie.
But if the Seahawks win, you are last place.
Yep.
Just
yep,
once.
so
Didn't even need to win the Super Bowl.
I'm loving the
But
Rams
it's
this
okay,
week.
everybody, because I will once again be winning the playoff championship. As I do. You're looking at the one-year champion right now. Yeah,
Hey.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah, you haven't won yet, buddy. These games got to go your way. All right.
Listen, man.
We can still tie.
I think Sammy D's fucking losing.
That's entirely
When
possible.
I really thought the Bears were going to win the Super Bowl.
They did
when,
seem like
If
the
the
Bears.
Bears, if the Bears
You're
win that
telling
game, they
me
win the Super Bowl.
After that, like
Just the
50-yard
process.
fourth down pass,
That
go to
seemed
overtime,
like the
I was
team of
like, oh
destiny.
damn, Bears are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yep, that's a fair thought. I think in that moment.
Then they
Yeah,
did it.
but one thing a lot of teams usually the Seahawks, make it to the playoffs every other year, and usually Kenneth Walker is fucking hurt by the playoffs. So what they did this year is they said, "Hey man, you're getting 40% of the snaps, and you're going to be our workhorse in the fucking playoffs." And that's what he's done last week. He got 3 touchdowns. Charbonnet, though, he's out. Tore his ACL. Kind of big news for the Seahawks as they're a split running back room. Can Kenneth Walker pick it up the production with him out? The answer is yes. But we'll see.
I think so.
We will see. So yeah, as long as the quote Patriots beat the quote frauds, not even quote, it's factual frauds. Broncos have just been frauds. I will win the playoff championship.
We'll see. We'll see.
So-
never know.
Everybody, we hope you did enjoy. We will see you next week when there are
Whoa,
conference
whoa.
champions.
Aren't we going to talk about the games? What's going on here?
Oh,
No.
I forgot about
No.
that part.
Nah, we
What
don't
are
need
we
to.
what's going on here?
We all know who we're taking.
Oh, come on.
Me and
Okay,
Tim are
what do you
taking the
have to
same
say, Caleb?
guys.
What do you have to say, Caleb?
Yeah.
That-
What are you?
this is
Who are you
insane.
taking?
We're just breaking the podcast. The podcast doesn't even involve. What? We're breaking it. This is not how we run it.
Pats are winning. Seahawks are winning, bro. It's obvious.
Oh my gosh. All right, fine. Pats will win.
Yep.
Who
yep.
knows? And the
No.
Rams
Alright.
are going to beat the Seahawks.
Score
because-
prediction. Score prediction for the Broncos pass game, everybody.
Oh,
Tim, go first.
157.
What?
what?
157 passing yards.
No, score prediction.
Oh, I think you said. Oh. You said Broncos yards. I thought.
No. That was
What?
insane.
I'm writing this
Score
back.
prediction 157.
There's no way you didn't say.
No,
yards.
what's your score
Broncos
prediction?
yards.
He was
You
so
said Broncos
confident.
in that.
Just tell me your score prediction,
Okay.
damn it.
Broncos 15. Patriots 7.
Whoa.
Tim's taking the Broncos just so I don't
157.
win.
Wow. All right, Tim. That's an insane take.
Okay, Caleb, what are you taking?
I'm going to take the Patriots 35-21.
I'm doing 31-18. Patriots winning. Tim's like, yes, excellent analysis, Caden. Thank you. All right, Rams Seahawks. Tim, score
the Seahawks
prediction.
show their Seahawk with another 50-point game.
Okay.
And Beta Cuck, only singular Super Bowl win, Matt Stafford, who I've been aiming to get MVP forever, only gets a measly 25 points.
20 yards.
20 yards. All right, Caleb, your prediction.
All right, guys, come on. The Seahawks, yeah, they've been number one. Everyone thinks they're so good. They beat the 49ers, who are injured, and honestly, it's not their year. But the Rams have been playing well, and they got Matthew Stafford. The Seahawks have the injured Sam Darnold. We'll see if he can even throw the ball that well. Who knows? I'm going to take
Sam
the
Darnold's
Rams.
never actually injured. He's him.
I'm going to take the Rams to win 28-21. Yeah, I said it. 28-21. Rams win, going to the Super Bowl. Boom.
I'm taking the Seahawks to win, scoring 34 points to the Rams 24 points. That you can literally go bet on that. That's fucking correct.
And we urge you, as a group of 3 people, we encourage you to gamble.
Put the house down on it.
If you
Why
win,
don't you do that, Caleb?
I get 5%. That's the way it works.
What
Because
happens
I'm
if
your
they
inside trader.
lose?
Yeah, what if they lose?
What the fuck? You didn't hear that from me, then, dog. I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
I see how it is.
Okay, everybody. Now that we've done our predictions and league thoughts fully, we will close out. Does that sound good, Caleb? Sorry,
Yeah, I'm good now.
you
I'm
have
good
to
now.
forgive me. All right, everybody. We will see you next week when conference champions are crowned. Till then, we hope you enjoyed. We hope to catch you next week. And as always, stay awesome.
Bye-bye.